Good morning, everybody. Today I am teaching the new lesson in history as a part of social science and interesting subject also. That is advent of Europeans to India. Yes, dear friends, Europeans came to India on what purposes? Why they have come to here? What are the reason for that? What are the inspirations encouraged by Europeans to enter into the Asian countries? So these are all the factors, and one by one, who were came? Portuguese, Dutch, French, English. So these are all the companies, European companies came to India to establish their supremacy over India. We are all ruled by these companies. Among them, Britishers took over all India, dividing these companies or these European people in India also and ruled over Indian people. Their intention is that to influence the Asian country by the European country, to propagate their religion and start trade, Asian country to European countries. So they have demanded on those days and attracted Indian spices. You know that. But these spices trade between India or Asian country to European country through the Constantinople. This Constantinople captured by Ottoman Turks. The trade happened between European country to Asian country through the land of Constantinople when it was captured by Ottoman Turks in 1453. There is no land route to come from Europe to India. So that is the problematic thing. So this one situation created to European people to embrace new sea route or alternative routes except Constantinople. And that's why the European people encouraged to the sailor, and some stories telling already told by someone the richness of Asian country and invention of astrolabe, compass, gunpowder. So these are all invented during that period, which were help to the sailors to find alternate route except the land route. That means the sea route. Okay. So this is the introduction, the beginning step of the lesson, none other than that is the advent of Europeans to India. Yes, dear students, in this chapter, it has its own objectives. What are the objectives in this chapter? What is our aim to learn here? We shall learn about the following concepts in that chapter. See, part 1, the fall of Constantinople, already I and European trade companies came to India. Which are those? Those are Portuguese, Dutch, English, French. Yes, dear students, this is the main objectives or theme of the discussion in the chapter beginning of the lesson. Let us see next in briefly. Okay. See, 4 point, the competition between English and French. That competition between English and French due to the first Carnatic War, second Carnatic War and third Carnatic War. These two people, these two companies started the competition among themselves to establish their supremacy over India. For that purpose happened so many wars, none other than they are 3 Carnatic wars. Next one, the British rule in India. In that time, there are 2 important battles had, such as Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. So these are very important war happened during the British period in India. First of all, the first point we shall discuss the fall of Constantinople. Dear friends, see, this is the Constantinople, biggest town and cities. Here it is well known for trade center. The trade and commerce between Asia and Europe was taking place through the city of Constantinople. The trade happened between Europe and India through the greatest place of city of Constantinople. The trade route, that means land route. So this one land route, in 1453, the Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople. So it concerned to Ottoman Turks captured this Constantinople by the Arabs, controlled the Constantinople. After Ottoman Turks captured that 1453 Constantinople, there is no land route for Europeans to India. That is the problematic thing. What is the result of Constantinople captured by Ottoman Turks? See, as a result, all the trade routes connecting the city of Constantinople came under the control of Turks. When Constantinople captured by Ottoman Turks, all the trade center, trade route, trade places, everything of Constantinople comes under the control of Turks. Okay. So see the picture, that is the Europe, that is the Asia. See, here the European people came to Asia through the land, that is the Constantinople center place, landmark. So through that place, Europeans started their trade to India on mainland. When this land was captured by Ottoman Turks, they have not given the opportunity to make trade between Asia and Europe on land places, that is Constantinople through. So the attack happened between Europe and Asia here. Then European people wanted to search new sea route or alternative route to India. That is the main reason for the Europeans to find the alternative route to India. Next, the Turks started leading to many taxes on the goods passing through these routes. The first one captured by the Ottoman Turks, okay, but when they have control over the Constantinople, they have charged revenue tax, land tax or commodity tax, goods and services, anything else, high charges. So what are the things were passed through this road? They these are the three important reasons made the Europeans to find alternate route to India. So at the same time, the Spain and Portugal, see the green color Spain, the another color Portugal. These two European countries encouraged Portugal were attempting to break the monopoly of Italian traders. On that time, Spain and Portugal also tried to break out the monopoly over the Italian traders or that place. The Italian also they have control some places. So the Spain and Portugal, these two countries tried to break out the monopoly of the Italian traders during that time. So these are all the reasons or factors which were helpful to find alternate route. The another one reason, they started encouraging courageous sailors to find a sea route to India. There are so many sailors existed in European country. So European people or eminent persons, they started encouraging courageous sailors to find alternate sea route. Next, the another one reason, the invention of compass, astrolabes, and also gunpowder. So these three are very, very important for the sailors. So they are all also invented by the European during that time. So which were helped to encourage and inspire and made them to courage to sail and find alternate sea route to India. So these are all the reasons, these are all the factors helpful to Europeans to search the alternate sea route to India. A new sea route to India. Yes, dear students, see the picture of one of the greatest sailor. You know that, the Vasco da Gama. Dear students, I want to give you another story here. Francis Chichester, one of the greatest sailor, once he started his voyage Cape of Good Hope and Kefar. Here the Kefar is very, very dangerous place because fully always stormy place. During that time, Francis Chichester ready to sail there and ready to voyage around the Cape of Good Hope and Kefar. So his closest friend asked him, "Dear friend Chichester, why do you play with the dangerous?" The question asked by the friends. Immediately Francis Chichester replied that man had born in this world to do great deeds. Yes, see what a beautiful statement has given by Francis Chichester here. He asked a courageous sailor, man has born in this world to do great deeds. That's why I wanted to do something better than some. That's why I play with the danger. I can live or not, but man can live in this world to do great deeds. That's why I would like to do it, replied by Francis Chichester. See what a beautiful and fantastic statement has given by Francis Chichester and followed by him also. See, like that, the Vasco da Gama also, one of the great sailors and inspired to other sailors also. He was the Portuguese sailor and also who left Lisbon. See, that is the Lisbon. Vasco da Gama tried to first find the alternate sea route from Europe to India. See, first he left Lisbon and reached journey or voyage through the South Africa and went to the near Kappadu, that means Calicut of India, through the Indian Ocean and nearby Arabian Sea. See, we start Lisbon to reach to the Indian places, none other than that is called Calicut. That is the alternate sea route from Constantinople by Vasco da Gama to reach that place in 1498. Dear students, that day is very very important for our history students, 1498, because the first sailor Vasco da Gama reached to Calicut through the Lisbon. That is the alternate sea route invented by him, first one. So he was successful in discovering a new sea route. So he was succeeded in that risk. See, this route continued to be the route of trade between India and Europe. So when Vasco da Gama found the sea route from Lisbon to the Calicut, that means the European to Asian country, that means India. So this is helpful to the other sailors, other European people to start the European trade with India. Okay. So Europe for many years closed. Next it will be opened by the discovery of Vasco da Gama alternative sea route. So Portuguese were the first to re-establish trade between India and Europe. Who established the first trade between Europe and India? The Portuguese were the first sailor, first companies to establish their supremacy, their trade centers in India. They were the first place. So see, the Lisbon to this place, the Indian Ocean and also Arabian Sea, and reach to the Calicut. Lisbon, Atlantic Ocean, Cape Town. See, this is the Vasco da Gama's boat reached to the Calicut, the Indian below the ocean. The European trade companies, with success of Portuguese, the others also followed by him. None other than they were Dutch, French, English, one by one arrived at India for the purpose of trade. Any Europeans, they come to the India for the purpose of trade. Then only they established their supremacy of political in India also. This development not only changed the history of India, the alternative sea route discovered by Europeans, this is not only changed the history of India, it also changed the history of European countries. So the link has developed between India and Europe, not only changed the history of India, but also changed the European histories of European countries also. See, these are all the trade sailors' boats or ships, Dutch, French, and English. They came to India one by one to start their trade in India. Next, they started ruling over India also. Among them, first one, we shall discuss about the Portuguese. See, who were the first to arrive at India? Already I have told you that the first inventor of Asia by the European country, none other than they were Portuguese. Okay. See the picture of Vasco da Gama and Almeida. See, the Portuguese were the first to arrive at India for the trade and were also the last to leave India on the sea route. See, they came to India first, but they went back to Portuguese last. So they were the first one and Portuguese. After Vasco da Gama, named Francisco de Almeida, both arrived in India as the Viceroy of Portuguese. The Vasco da Gama has given the idea to the Almeida. So next Almeida came to India. They were the Viceroy of Portuguese, ruled over India as the trading center. He implemented blue water policy. Yes, dear students, the blue water policy, I would like to remember once and once again because it is very important for your examination purposes. What is blue water policy? May ask question in your exam. You have to write in order to establish the supremacy over the sea. Portuguese, they have supremacy over the some lands, okay, but they introduced, Almeida introduced that policy, that is water, blue water policy. That means they have supremacy or monopoly over the sea also. In order to establish monopoly over sea, the Arabian Sea or Indian Sea. So they have land route supremacy or monopoly, okay. In other side, the sea route, over the sea, the supremacy also they wanted. That's why they bring the blue water policy, establish the supremacy over the sea also. So instead of supremacy over lands, so they leave the supremacy over lands. Instead of, they introduce the blue water policy to establish, in order to establish supremacy over sea instead of lands. That is called the blue water policy. The blue water policy introduced by Almeida, Francisco de Almeida. What is blue water policy? Blue water policy means in order to establish supremacy over sea, supremacy over the sea instead of lands. Okay. So these two persons, Vasco da Gama and also Francisco de Almeida. So both are important and courageous sailors during the 1453 or 14th and 15th century. Next one, Portuguese important person came to India. None other than he was Alfonso de Albuquerque. See, Alfonso de Albuquerque came to India after Almeida. He is considered as the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. See, the credit goes to Alfonso de Albuquerque. Almeida and Vasco da Gama came to India and searched alternative sea route and established their power or monopoly, land and blue water policy introduced and monopoly over sea. Okay, but actual founder of Portuguese, they were called none other than he was Alfonso de Albuquerque. He was the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. See, he waged a battle against the Sultan of Bijapur in 1510. When real founder of Portuguese, Alfonso de Albuquerque, he started waged war against the actual Sultan of Bijapur in 1510 and won Goa. That means the Sultan ruled over Goa. The Goa was controlled by Bijapur Sultan. Immediately Portuguese Alfonso de Albuquerque invaded or attacked or waged war on Sultan of Bijapur in 1510 and won the Goa, under control the Sultan. Goa became the administrative center of Portuguese and administration in India. So Portuguese came to India one by one. They established their supremacy. Vasco da Gama and then Almeida, Francisco de Almeida. These are two important sailors and established their supremacy in India. But the real and actual founder of Portuguese, none other than he was Alfonso de Albuquerque. He came to India and waged war capital center of Goa for them administrative sector. So the Goa became the administrative center of Portuguese and administration in India. Okay. So next I would like to continue next class another one. But before that, the Portuguese had absolute monopoly over trade with India for almost a century, and their power declined with the arrival of English and French in India. Dear students, they have performed their trade rule here very well, but next some times they become declined. The net commerce here very big, and they are not able to rule over India or blue water according to blue water policies here. So the French came to India, Dutch came to India, and English came to India. That's why their almost a century and trade and their power declined with the arrival of English and French. Here they came first and they go out last. Okay, next I shall continue the part of next Dutch. Okay, thank you.